9 things you should know about the joy of getting older. Aging is often framed with apprehension, especially in a society that celebrates youth and vitality. Many fear growing older, thinking it brings only loss of energy, opportunities, and time. However, those who have journeyed through life to its later stages often speak of new joys that emerge as they age. There's a poem, Sono's Death Poem, by Mona Santacroce. Don't just stand there with your hair turning gray. Soon enough, the seas will sink your little island. So while there is still the illusion of time, set out for another shore. No sense packing a bag. You won't be able to lift it into your boat. Give away all your collections. Take only new seeds and an old stick. Send out some prayers on the wind before you sail. Don't be afraid. Someone knows you're coming. An extra fish has been salted. This video explores the unique joys that accompany aging, looking at 9 key aspects that bring happiness in later years. 1. Freedom from societal expectations. One of the most liberating aspects of aging is the release from the pressure to conform to societal expectations. In youth, there is an overwhelming sense of having to fit in, whether that means climbing the career ladder, following trends, or keeping up with peers. As people age, they become less concerned with what others think and more focused on what brings them personal fulfillment. Take, for example, Anna, a retired school teacher who shared her thoughts on an online senior forum. When I was younger, I was constantly worried about whether I was doing enough for my family, my job, and even society. Now, I wake up each day and do what makes me happy. I no longer feel the need to prove anything to anyone. This shift from external validation to internal contentment is a powerful source of joy for many older adults. The freedom to live authentically, whether that means wearing comfortable clothes, pursuing a passion without fear of judgment, or simply choosing a slower pace of life, is one of the great rewards of aging. With the years comes the realization that life is too short to live for others' expectations, and that personal happiness matters most. 2. Deepened relationships. Another profound joy that comes with aging is the ability to cultivate deeper, more meaningful relationships. Throughout life, many friendships and acquaintances come and go, often built on shared circumstances like school, work, or parenting. As people grow older, their circle of friends may shrink, but the bonds that remain are often stronger and more genuine. Margaret, a retired nurse in her 70s, reflected on this shift. When I was younger, I had a wide social circle, but most of those friendships were surface level. Now, the friends I have are those who have stuck by me through life's highs and lows. Our conversations are richer, and our connection feels deeper. With age, relationships become less about quantity and more about quality. Furthermore, family relationships often deepen with time. Grandparents often speak of the joy they find in spending time with their grandchildren, free from the pressures they felt as parents. As one grandfather explained, "I get to spoil my grandchildren, play with them, and share stories without the worries that come with raising children. It's pure joy." The bonds between generations can bring immense happiness as older adults pass on wisdom and enjoy the company of their loved ones. 3. A sense of peace and acceptance. As people age, they often experience a greater sense of peace and acceptance. Life's struggles and challenges don't go away, But older adults tend to have a deeper understanding that everything, good or bad, is part of the larger tapestry of life. There's a sense of letting go of regrets, letting go of grudges, and letting go of the need to control everything. One senior named George, reflecting on his 80th birthday, wrote in a blog, "When I was younger, I was always stressed about the future, whether I'd achieve my goals, whether my family would be okay. Now, I realize that life has its own way of working things out. There's no use in worrying about what you can't change. That realization has brought me a peace I didn't have in my youth." With age comes the understanding that life's journey is unpredictable and that trying to control every outcome is exhausting and often fruitless. This acceptance leads to a sense of calm and serenity that many older adults cherish, and it allows them to live more fully in the present moment. 4. Rediscovery of passions and new interests. For many, retirement or reduced work responsibilities offer the gift of time to rediscover old passions or explore new ones. Without the demands of a career or raising children, older adults often find they can indulge in hobbies and activities they didn't have time for in their younger years. Take Susan, who, after retiring at age 65, rediscovered her love for painting. "When I was raising my kids and working full-time, I barely had time to breathe, let alone paint. But now, I spend hours each day in my studio, and it brings me so much joy. It's like reconnecting with a part of myself I had forgotten." Many older adults, like Susan, find that pursuing long-lost hobbies or developing new skills brings a renewed sense of purpose and fulfillment. For others, aging is an opportunity to try entirely new things, whether it's learning a new language, traveling, or taking up a new sport like pickleball. The joy of trying something new, coupled with the wisdom and patience that come with age, often leads to a rich and rewarding experience. 5. Gaining perspective and wisdom. One of the most celebrated aspects of aging is the accumulation of wisdom. Having lived through decades of experiences, both good and bad, older adults often have a perspective on life that younger generations lack. They've seen trends come and go, weathered personal and societal storms, and emerged with a deeper understanding of what truly matters. As one 75-year-old man shared on a community forum, "In my 20s and 30s, I thought I had all the answers. But as I've grown older, I realized that life is about learning and evolving. The older you get, the more you understand that it's okay not to know everything. That's where the beauty of life lies." This wisdom often manifests in the ability to handle life's challenges with grace, to prioritize what's truly important, and to offer valuable advice to younger generations. This accumulated wisdom also brings a sense of fulfillment. Many older adults find joy in mentoring others, sharing their knowledge, and helping guide the younger generation. It's a way of giving back and ensuring that their legacy of experience will live on. 6. Embracing simplicity. As people age, they often find joy in the simplicity of life. The hustle and bustle of youth, striving for career advancement, social success, and material wealth, gives way to a more measured and peaceful way of living. Older adults frequently talk about finding joy in small, everyday moments that might have gone unnoticed in their younger years. Mary, a retired accountant, spoke of this shift. "When I was younger, I was always rushing to work, rushing to take care of my family. Now, I take my time. I enjoy my morning coffee while watching the birds in the garden, and I savor each moment. It's the simple things that bring me the most happiness now. This ability to slow down and appreciate life's simple pleasures is one of the great joys of aging. Simplicity doesn't just apply to lifestyle, but also to mindset. Many older adults find that as they age, they let go of the need to complicate things, whether that's overthinking decisions or holding on to unnecessary worries. This simplification brings a sense of peace and clarity that enhances their overall well-being. 7. More time for self-reflection. With age often comes the gift of introspection. As people grow older, they find themselves reflecting on their lives, the choices they made, the lessons they've learned, and the legacy they want to leave behind. This reflection can bring a profound sense of understanding and self-awareness. Sarah, a widow in her 80s, shared her thoughts on this. "I've had more time in the past few years to really think about my life, about what I've accomplished, what I regret, and what I still want to do. That reflection has brought me a deeper sense of who I am. I understand myself better now than I ever did when I was younger." This kind of reflection helps many older adults feel more at peace with their past and more focused on making the most of the present. In addition, self-reflection often leads to greater gratitude. As older adults look back on their lives, they can see how far they've come and appreciate the experiences, both good and bad, that have shaped them. This sense of gratitude fosters a deep sense of joy and fulfillment. 8. Opportunities for giving back. Many older adults find immense joy in giving back to their communities, families, and society at large. With fewer responsibilities in their personal lives, they often have more time and energy to devote to helping others, whether that's through volunteer work, charitable donations, or simply being there for family and friends. Bill, a retired engineer, explained how volunteering changed his life. "After I retired, I felt a bit lost. I wasn't sure what to do with all my free time. Then I started volunteering at the local food bank, and it brought me a sense of purpose I hadn't felt in years. Knowing I'm helping others gives me so much joy." Many seniors, like Bill, find that contributing to their communities brings a renewed sense of purpose and fulfillment. For others, giving back takes the form of mentoring younger generations or offering support and guidance to their children and grandchildren. Passing on life lessons and watching younger people benefit from their experience can be incredibly rewarding for older adults, who often take pride in the role they play in shaping the next generation. 9. A deeper appreciation for life's fragility. Finally, one of the great joys of aging is developing a deeper appreciation for life itself. As people grow older, they become more aware of life's fragility, both in terms of their own health and the fleeting nature of time. This awareness often leads to a greater sense of gratitude for each day and a determination to live life to the fullest. Helen, an 85-year-old cancer survivor, shared her perspective. "When you've faced your own mortality, you start to appreciate life in a whole new way. Every day feels like a gift, and I'm determined to make the most of the time I have left." This heightened awareness of life's fragility often brings older adults a sense of urgency to pursue their passions, connect with loved ones, and embrace each day with joy and gratitude. This appreciation for life's preciousness often extends to the relationships they hold dear. As one elderly man explained, I don't take anyone for granted anymore. Every moment with my family, every conversation with a friend feels more special now. This deeper connection to life and those around them is one of the most profound sources of joy in later years. Aging, far from being something to fear, offers a wealth of joys that can only be fully appreciated with time. From the freedom to live authentically, to deepened relationships, wisdom, and a greater appreciation for life's simplicity. Getting older brings new dimensions of happiness. It's a time for rediscovery, reflection, and giving back. A stage of life where peace, purpose, and contentment often take center stage. As we embrace the journey of aging, we open ourselves to the possibility of finding joy in the everyday, celebrating the wisdom we've gained, and cherishing the relationships we've nurtured. Aging is not the end of joy, but rather the beginning of a new kind of fulfillment, rich in meaning and grounded in experience. It's a stage of life that, when embraced with an open heart, offers profound rewards and deep contentment.